I didn't
Yeah.
realize.
Oh, I thought you did.
Yeah, I've been doing it manually like this.
They've been making a lot of changes lately.
Here. Just notice on the H6, one channel likes to dip down lower than the other. Like the right side suddenly goes, they're equal, and else on the right side goes down. Like, whoa. If I tap the pot, I might have to pump that into a different channel, like 3 or 4 instead of 1 and 2. That's not good. I'll keep my eye out on that. If I went tap, 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 it's like, oh, I'm back.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. This is the pregame show. We don't have the banner up, but you kind of get the idea if you've been following along for a while. We're going to record our audio podcast for Technorama in just a moment. After I take a sip of this fine, high-quality H2O.
I am having a fine Topo Chico. A little bit of lime.
Chico. What is Papa Chico? Is it a beer?
Topo Chico is no, it's just a sparkling water.
Oh, okay. No lime. Alcohol involved. Yet. All right, and I'm also playing around with.
I had plenty on the cruise. I'm trying to take it easy.
No, after a cruise, you're like, I need a week or 2 off.
Yeah,
and I'll get to this in the Patreon show.
That was the direct quote from my liver. I need a week or 2 off. Sorry.
Let me get back to what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Are you trying to poison the system? Yeah, I'm playing around with Chrome's split view. So I've got StreamYard on one half of the screen. I've got a 27-inch monitor just below the camera. And then on the right half, I've got the show notes. Unfortunately, my glasses don't really line up with the
phone. I try to line up StreamYard in a different window. So
and keep an eye on it.
Well, the thing is, I can look at when I'm talking, I can look at you, and the camera's like just above your head. So
I've just gotten used to looking at the camera. I don't look at you anymore.
Yeah, you see me enough.
All right, yeah, whatever. And then I have extended show notes on another tab. So now that we've got that out of the way and no one's still watching. Hi, no one live. We'll see what happens after that.
It's the mystery shopper.
Let's put away the media assets. We get the banner, the pre-show. Are you ready to begin?
Yep.
Why does it feel like it's been a year since we've done this?
Because it has been. No, I don't know. It just feels.
We took 2 weeks off the cruise. This is our first one since the cruise.
Yep.
All right. We'll talk more about that on Thursday's Topic is Trek, I'm sure.
Well, we can discuss it for a moment.
Okay, we'll have to keep the news stories light. But let us begin the audio recording. Checking levels. Levels are still checking. They're still equal. Good. Checking audio. Let's see. We never hear that sound effect for some reason.
It's our studio audience. Yeah. Our live studio audience.
We don't have one. We don't have a studio audience. We never get applause. It's just the way the show goes 20 years later. All right. Ooh, we're coming up on 21 already. Isn't that crazy?
I know. It seems like we just celebrated 20.
Yep. And we've got an idea for the t-shirts now. We're rolling. We're actually started early this year. We got an idea. We just need to flesh out the graphic. Yep. Yeah. Yep. It's going to be a fun one. You're going to want to wear this one. You might want to order multiples. We'll put it on the TeePublic store, and then you can order as many as you want. But of course, our Commander Patreons get one automatically. So if you want to tell you how in just a little bit. But right now, we're going to get our show started. Ready?
All right, let's go.
3, 2, 1. Technorama episode 799. The warp drive's check engine light is on. Again. That could mean a lot of things. The phase coils are out of a line. The EPS conduits aren't flowing properly.
Somebody took out all the isolinear chips.
The isolinear chips have been taken out and put back again. The polarity's been reversed again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. It's check engine light. Mr. Sulu, what is it? Captain, it says check engine.
Yeah. Ask Mr. Scott to check the oil.
This doesn't run on oil. No. We're low on dilithium.
No, it runs on triple grease.
Tribble oil. It's rendered tribbles. No shortage of supply of
Hey,
those.
it's sustainable.
Yeah, very sustainable. Well, olive oil comes from olives. Where does baby oil come from? Okay. And with that, welcome
More
to Tech.
children.
This is the show that pretty much goes around in circles. Whatever's in our brain comes out.
I know.
This is a show about tech, science, sci-fi, and all things geek, including things that run around in our brain until they're all pooped out.
Oh yeah.
First time listening.
Speaking of babies. Hey,
Yeah.
speaking of babies.
Being pooped out.
Yeah, that's right.
It's another joke that I just came up with. I'll write a song about that later.
I'm sure.
If you're returning, thank you for coming back. We appreciate you giving us your time. My name is Invested in Technorama. Oh, wait. No, my name is Chuck Tomasi. That's what it says on the guitar strap.
Yeah.
And that right there is Craig Stepp. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm getting over my sunburn from the cruise.
Why did you get sunburned?
We were going around and around in that lazy river.
Okay, I did get a little on my feet because
yeah.
my sandals mainly protected me when the feet were in the water, except my toes were sticking out and I got a little burn.
Well,
I thought I sunscreened everything, but I forgot my toes.
Well, that was the one day I forgot the sunscreen. We were already on our way out. I was like, all right. So my plan was really to sit somewhere in the shade anyway. So
yeah,
for the most part, which we did, but we went around and around in that lazy river for a while and my shins got nice and toasty. That part of my leg, it was bad.
So it looked like Trump's neck.
Sure.
That red patch he's got on the side that he's getting
something. So, yeah.
Yes, we had a wonderful time on the Star Trek cruise. Quick recap. We went on the Adventure of the Seas, Royal Caribbean Line.
Mm-hmm.
This is our annual trip. I've been on 8. I think you've been on 7.
Yep.
And no, I've been on 7.
No, 6. I've been on 6.
Yeah. And we're booked for next year. An annual trip where various Star Trek celebrities from all franchises, whether it's TOS or animated series or Next Generation, they all seem to be there. We don't seem to get anybody from the animated series. Just kidding.
That's not true. Oh, the original animated series?
Yeah.
Because Jimmy Doohan did them all. He's no longer with us.
Although William Shatner was there, and me and our friend Darren, we got a picture with William Shatner.
Yes, I got to scan that in, by the way.
And we had a wonderful time, lots of time with friends, occasional celebrity encounters. The entertainment in the evening was the celebrities. I was in Gorn's Gong Show and got gonged, and kind of proud of it, but had a lot of people afterwards go, you were funny. That was good. I don't know why you got gonged.
I think you need a shirt that says that. I was gonged.
At the airport afterwards, I was pretty much wearing the same outfit. The hat, the t-shirt, and the ukulele. As the lady goes, were you in the Gong Show? And I said, why? Was it good?
Do I look a little green? Like you're the Gorn?
It was fun. We spent some time on Dominican Republic, as Craig said, getting sunburn. We spent some time on San Juan, and we went to Royal's private island called Coco Cay, which they call Perfect Day at Coco Cay.
I was sitting in the Windjammer, which is like the community restaurant, that has the
in the stern up top. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not like I'm explaining it to you. I'm explaining it to the listener, but where they have the food bars and all that stuff. And I was sitting in the back and I was looking at Coco Cay, and it just looked like a theme park. Somebody dropped it in the water. That's what it looked like. Cause there was a hot air balloon and some other stuff, kind of tall structures. And it just looked like somebody dropped a theme park right in the ocean.
Small desert island.
Yeah.
That's what Gilligan's Island evolved into.
Gilligan never had it so good.
It's a lot of coconuts and bamboo.
So that was a really cool kind of place. And we had a kind of a relaxing day there.
Yes.
Got in the water a little bit and stuff like that.
But it went all too quickly.
Yeah, I hung out in a hammock mostly. Actually, the water was a little cold around that area.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, well, okay.
Once you get in, it's fine. Donna and I spend lots of time in the water. We even swam out to a floating bar.
Yeah, I saw the bar. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
How was it?
It was a bar. I mean, there were people there. We struck up a conversation. Some were on our cruise, some were on the other cruise. There was a what was the other? There was a second ship in there. I can't remember what it was. There was a second ship pretty much everywhere we went. When we went to was it San Juan? No, Dominican Republic. And there was a Norwegian ship.
Hey, I'm sorry. Yes, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And the Norwegian ship got there about an hour before us. At that time we got there, all the beach chairs were taken. And then when they left about an hour before us, we pretty much had the run of the place for an hour.
Yeah. You know what was funny is at Coco Cay, when the other ship came in, everybody was like, "Oh, dang it. You got kids on that boat." And there were a bunch of kids running around.
Yeah.
Families. And we were like, on our boat, it was adults only.
Pretty much.
So everybody's like, "Oh, I got little rugrats running around."
It was adults acting like kids, is what it was on our boat.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah.
All right. Shall we do the rest of the show?
I suppose.
It was fun. We look forward to next year. Yes.
Yeah. So if you're, I can't remember if you said this a minute ago, but if you want to hear a little bit more in depth, we're going to go into it on the topic is Trek when we talk about the cruise,
which you can find over at thetopicistrek.com.
Yeah. I suppose that'll be the next episode, maybe for
yes.
Yeah,
we're recording it on the 12th.
The 12th.
The 12th, and it will be released on Friday the
13th.
Friday the 13th again. What could possibly go wrong? I think we have 3 of them this year.
Hey, Mike Robinson, I think we're supposed to drink and swim.
It says don't drink and swim.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the history thing then. No, let's do the letters thing.
I was gonna say, you got feedback. Letters. We got letters.
We get your letters every day. Mailman, mailman, mail today. Reach right in and pull one out. Those letters, I love those letters. Let's find out what you got to say.
Oh boy!
Mailman, mail today.
Find time to sign me out of Facebook. There we go. Check your notifications on another device waiting for approval. All right. The heck with that. I'm going to take the Discord server then. You can take the Facebook questions.
All right. So our question for this week was, what is the most high-tech piece of equipment that you own that you still have to fix by hitting it, shaking it, or blowing on it? And Mike Robinson says, does cocking my arm back, preparing to throw it, count as shaking a cell phone or a tablet or two, and rarely a Game Boy? Yep, any of those things. Stephen Weshy says, I think the only thing that would fall into this category anymore is my Nintendo 64. I've gotten rid of or fixed most of the unreliable devices, and anything else that I have is relatively old. Therefore, the newest, highest tech device still has to be issues is likely with the N64.
Okay.
I've got an old Atari back here. I got an old Commodore, and I got lots of stuff in these. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I got. Yeah, I can see it right now, but right beside me is some storage bins, and there's probably some old cameras in there that I thought were great at the time, and they've since kind of languished in there. So
I kept my old video cameras and cameras for a while, but I eventually let those go.
I've got a video camera. It's a mini DV camera that I kept particularly because I have some videos I need to digitize. There's no easy way to do that with mini DV other than capturing it off the camera.
Yep.
So,
I was looking through my photos the other night and I came across, Google will tell you if it's got the EXIF data and says, this was your Nikon D50 and this was your, whatever. There was one on there that I forget what camera it was, but I don't remember it having the ability to put the date on the picture. Remember when we used to do that? You'd put the date right on the
a little watermark kind of picture.
Yeah. And that way you'd know when it was taken in case you don't have the EXIF data. And I went, how did that get there? That digital camera didn't have that capability.
Yeah, so that's weird.
It was very bizarre.
I think I had that same feeling on picture I had. I was like, because I never really did put the time or date on the picture itself. Usually I store them. I store all my photo. I store all of my photos in by folder date. You know, the
Sure.
dates is the folder name. So I never really put it on there, but I did save some photos from my um stepfather-in-law, and when he passed away, I was asked to save them, and I did. And you look at all his pictures. Oh, that's a nice picture. Oh, it's got the date in the corner. He had a
That's all
Nikon.
right.
He was
You know when
he
it
was not.
was.
Yeah, it's fine, I guess. But well, nowadays you could go, "Hey AI, take off the date," and then if you really wanted
That's
the
true.
picture, yeah,
That's
and it would
true.
probably do it. So.
Do you know that when we were on the cruise, I took one of our wedding photos of Donna and me, and
Mhm.
I brightened it up, and then I turned it over to you to turn into a video because you need the Gemini
Right,
paid account to make the video. I
right.
didn't realize until today I was making that a favorite in my Google Photos so that I could say, here's the original picture and here's the animated. It added wind sound effect, including the microphone needed a windscreen. It was like, like what the hell? You can't, Donna's veil is blowing in the wind and you hear
Well, AI was smart enough to go, see when this picture was taken, and there was probably wind noise because there wasn't a lot of wind screens on microphones back then.
absolutely hysterical.
That is funny. Yeah, because I don't think we listened to it because
It was too
uh,
noisy in there.
yeah, it's always too noisy on the cruise.
And it was just
Something like
before
that.
church service started. I'm organizing my photo and I hear it in my hearing aids going, what? Where's that wind coming from? Didn't expect it at all.
Somebody left the door open. What's going on?
There's not that much wind in this south. Are we gonna a cold air vent or something?
Yeah. Actually, I think I know your church. It would be hard to get the wind to go through the door all the way over to that sound booth. I think.
Well, there is an air vent above us, but I knew it
Okay.
wasn't that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Anyway, back to the Discord server for the rest of these questions.
Yeah.
Humanoid says, my Millennium Falcon spaceship. Okay,
Hmm.
that may have been a wishful thinking. I suppose my smartphone gets hit regularly when I'm gaming on it, and it doesn't do what it was supposed to do. It doesn't help in any way, but I still do it.
Hey, how many people have you seen? And I know of one right now, where they get frustrated with their phone and they just tap it harder. It's like, what is?
Shaken.
It's stuck. It won't do anything.
I think
And
I
they're
just
sitting there.
did that as a joke recently on the phone, and I bashed it up the side, going, that usually fixes it.
Yeah. Right.
Mad Marv says, my mouse, but I don't bother coddling it anymore when it doesn't like the surface I'm sliding on. I just whack it around until it shapes up or breaks, and they get a new one.
Really? Okay.
Move, mouse, whack. Let's see. Tom P gave a video for that one as well. Sylvain comes back and says, it would be ironic if he was trying to print a funny meme picture. And then Sweet Steve closes and says, I don't think I have, quote, old tech with issues. I usually fix it or bin it or replace it. Well, my desktop computer is not compliant with Windows 11, but I found a way around that, and it
Mhm.
works just fine. And I only run Autodesk Fusion, Minecraft, and Lightburn on it. So I'd call that a win, Steve.
Yeah. Same thing with this machine. I got a Windows machine over here. I haven't used in a long time. And it was not compatible with Windows 10 because Microsoft, what was it was missing some feature in the CPU to secure your computer. I'm like, okay, but there was a workaround, and it works just fine, you know.
Sure.
So whatever. Thanks,
Let's see.
Microsoft.
Mike Robinson says, do cats count as tech? Don't
You
be
hit
whack.
your cats?
Don't slap your cat around.
It's like,
Although sometimes I do blow on it just to watch it make that squinty face.
I think we need to move along.
All right. Well, moving along means that's the end of that song.
Another letter from a listener.
Next up, moving up one notch, is This Day in History.
Yeah.
On this day in history, for March 11th, 2026, This is the 70th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. There are 295 days remaining in the year. It was on this date in 1702 that the Daily Courant, England's first nationally daily newspaper, was published for the first time. Extra, extra, read all about it. We're in the news. Oh, we are the news.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, news just got meta. All right. It was also 18 years ago today that the Space Shuttle Endeavour launched on STS-123, carrying the first components of the Japanese Kyobo module to the International Space Station.
18 years ago. Why does it seem like it should have been sooner than that?
Yeah. I mean, Kobo. I'm sorry. Kibo.
March 11, 2020, the WHO, World Health Organization, declared the COVID-19 virus epidemic as a pandemic. Try that again. Fail.
Who did that?
Happy birthday goes out. The who? What?
Yeah.
When?
The who. Roger
When?
Daltrey called in and declared COVID-19.
When? March 11th. Who?
Yeah.
Happy birthday goes out of this date to French mathematician and astronomer Urbain Le Verrier, born on this date in 1811.
1811. And Joseph Louis Francois Bertrand, French mathematician, economist, and academic, was born on that same date in 1822.
Mathematician was in there. Good enough.
Did I skip it?
Another French mathematician. Wow, we got a lot of mathematicians today.
What's up with the French today?
Louis Bachelard. That's how you say his name.
Yeah.
French mathematician and theorist, was born 156 years ago today.
And German chemist and academic Robert Havemann was born on that date in 1910.
Nicholas
Havemann, I'm sorry.
Bloembergen, the Dutch-American physicist and academic, Nobel Prize laureate, was also born on the same date in 1920.
And the Australian-American businessman and media magnate Rupert Murdoch was 95 today.
Also turning 76 today, much younger, is American singer, songwriter, producer, and conductor Bobby McFerrin.
Don't worry, be happy.
You're 76 today.
And Scottish-American actor, singer John Barrowman, born on this date in 1967.
Captain Jack is a singer?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
And he's younger than me. All right. Listener birthdays this week include two of them on the 11th. Andy Helsby of Absablog and Lootly.
Yeah.
If that's even still a thing. Ken Kitzman, a.k.a. Kitzcan. And on the 13th is Johanna Gonzalez, a.k.a. Mighty Joe. The 14th isn't a birthday, but it is Pie Day. So don't forget, nerds. Okay.
Eat your pie.
Saturday, March 14th is Pie Day. Bring a pie,
Right.
eat a pie, calculate pie
Or do all those things.
at the same time.
Right.
Michelle Lopez, aka Country Signs, is on the 16th. We wish you all happy birthday, even if you're not
Yes.
on the calendar. Happy birthday to you. If you want to be on the calendar, well, Craig's going to put up a banner for you, and I'm going
Am
to
I?
tell you what it says. If you're listening only, it says chuckchat.com/birthday, and we'll give you a shout out at the appropriate time of year. Thank you to everybody who's done that. We have several each episode.
That's right.
Except I think there's that 1 week where we don't have any. So if you
It's
got
like a weird
birthday-
day.
Yeah.
Weird day when no children were born.
No children anywhere in the
Yeah.
world. The whole population was down.
Right.
All right, let's send the band out. And we are going to go into a couple of news stories, beginning with.
Good news, everyone.
Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Sounds like he has a cold on that one. Good news,
He
everyone.
didn't sound very enthusiastic.
That must have been like season 1 stuff.
Yeah. That's right. Like the Homer Simpson when remember when they were on the Tracy Ullman show?
Yeah.
Come here, boy.
Listen, boy, that's not the right way to do it.
Says you, Homer.
Yeah. Hit my shorts. Yeah.
All right, what do we have? We have researchers have tested tardigrades in Martian soil to see how they react. Now, this article discusses a recent study led by microbiologist Corianne Bakerman at Penn State University testing how tardigrades, you remember those little tardigrades, the little water bears, the things that are supposed to be practically
It was a
indestructible?
plot device in Discovery.
Yes, huge plot device.
A
And
big,
it was
literally.
a big tardigrade.
Yeah.
It reacted to a simulated Martian soil. I don't know how you simulate Martian soil, but that's another question for another article.
Radiate it, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So tardigrades, of course, are known for their extreme resilience. They surprisingly showed immediate signs of distress and entered a dormant survival state within 2 days of exposure to the MGS-1 soil simulant. That sounds official, doesn't it?
It does.
So the researchers discovered that the soil's toxicity is likely caused by water-soluble compounds, such as specific salts, because of the negative effects significantly decreased after the soil was washed with water.
Hmm.
These findings have two, not just one, but two major implications. The first being planetary protection, aka the naturally hostile Martian soil may act as a built-in defense, helping to prevent earthly microbes from contaminating Mars. Great, we don't need to scrub every probe that goes up there.
Yeah.
Let it die.
Let it
Two, the inherent toxicity of the regolith presents a significant challenge for future human missions that hope to use local soil for habitats or agriculture. You hear that? No potatoes, Matt Damon.
Hey, speaking of plot devices, it was a pretty cool one.
They said the soil may require chemical washing before use,
Hmm.
and your hands after you've handled everybody else's poop.
By the way, I think this is funny. The first picture in this article, I was just scrolling by it. I was like, oh, there's a tardigrade down there. I went, and just now, as I was looking at it, I was like, looks like he's got a Torx head screw.
You've
in the
never noticed the
picture.
mouth of a tardigrade?
No, but if you go, no, I did, but I'm saying if you could look, zoom in on this picture,
Yes.
it's a fake one. It's like a burlap, stuffed animal kind of thing with a screw, the Torx head screw on it.
Oh, wow. This isn't a real tardigrade picture.
No, it
Nice
isn't.
job, AI. The second picture looks a little better, but why is
It
it floating
does.
around in space?
But I was like, why does that mouth look pretty uniform? I went, oh, that's a Torx head screw. And I zoomed in and I saw the burlap texture and went, oh, it's a whole fake.
The later pictures look more real, like the ones that are
Yeah.
under microscopes.
It's like having an article about bears and they have put a picture of Pooh Bear on there.
You said poo.
Bear.
All right. Second article is that scientists have drilled 523 meters into the ice. And what did they find?
More ice.
No.
Really? Okay.
Let me summarize this for you. In a record-breaking feat, an
Mhm.
international team of scientists with the, get this project name, SWA-IS2C.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like they found a star or another planet.
Yeah, they couldn't have called themselves like Team Rocket or something.
Yeah.
They successfully drilled through 523 meters of ice, not feet, meters, at Antarctica's Crary ice rise to recover a 228-meter-long sediment core. This geological archive spans approximately 23 million years, offering a rare window into Earth's climate history. The team utilized a specialized hot water drill and a 1,300-meter drill string to reach the seabed. Now, initial analysis of the sediment revealed shell fragments and marine organisms, proving that this region, now covered in half a kilometer of ice, was once an open ocean. These findings suggest that the West Antarctic ice sheet has collapsed or retreated significantly during the past warm periods. By studying these ancient layers, researchers aim to predict how the ice sheet will respond to modern global warming, providing critical data for forecasting future sea level rise that could impact millions of people worldwide.
You know, I know you know about this, but I was just thinking when about this article when they're talking about the life that they found under there, and they said that it looked like it was always it was covered with ocean at one point. And I was thinking, I saw a picture from Everest. It looked like Everest, and the stone and the rock had shells and everything in it. So at some point, that was underwater, or got pushed up over time, I guess.
That confused people before they knew about plate tectonics. You got to remember, plate tectonics is only less than 100 years old. The idea of that.
Yeah.
then the teaching of that. My dad said when I was in school, we didn't learn anything about that. They only started teaching it like in the 60s.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dad. They did. That you just weren't paying attention.
Oh,
But
No,
anyway,
I
yeah.
was watching a show, which we'll get into later in our Hand Me the Remote section. Antarctica used to be a pretty tropical place back in the dinosaur days, but they really let that place go.
Well, it's still a desert.
No, it was tropical before.
I know.
Antarctica was tropical, lush trees. It was dark most of the time, which I don't quite understand how the Earth was warm at the poles while still being dark. It must have been,
Radiation
but
maybe coming, around the. I don't know.
without being super heated like the equators. That's very bizarre. So ocean currents must have been radically different back then. That's the only thing I can think of.
I'm
'Cause
just
that's
glad
why-
that we have somebody else on planetary science other than you.
because I haven't figured it out.
You haven't figured it out.
No. Well, you steered me to this video. Well, an article on Gizmodo that steered me to a video, and I watched the whole thing. It's a
Yeah.
build of a guy who takes an LED panel. No, it's like one LED, I think, but it's in several
Yes.
segments. And it costs $1,300. But if you just turn it on, it'll burn itself out. So he wanted to come up with a cooling system for this thing.
Right.
It's a 1.5 kilowatt LED array that puts out 120,000 lumens. Now, your average light bulb in your house is what, about 100 lumens? 1,000 lumens. 1,000 lumens.
Yeah.
Okay. So he said, well, first I've got to come up with a cooling system. So he put together 6 PC cooling radiators, copper, all copper, in series, wire them together. Then he put in a reservoir, custom reservoir, ran this thing off of a, what was it, 12,000 milliamp hour LiPo
Yeah.
battery.
Yeah.
that
It was
could
something crazy like that. Yeah.
and ran this thing all up. This thing looks, it kind of reminds me of an exocomp from Star Trek.
It looks like
when
it.
it's all
Yeah.
said and done. But I think exocomps are octagonal. This thing's hexagonal.
Yeah.
But he put on a lens and then he put on a second lens and he goes out into the woods and he lights up the woods. He says, let me do a little comparison. Here's my car with really bright lights on
Yeah.
high beam, and it lights up
Right.
this little spot. Then he turns this sucker on and you can see the whole freaking woods. And then he goes to the ocean and shows you some cliffs. And he goes to this old church. Like, this thing is impossibly bright.
Yeah.
But he did it. This was no small DIY project either, because he even had a retrofit when he was making the housing for the LiPo battery and said, well, that looks like suck. So I'm going to do it again in brass. So,
Right.
but just, if I had tried something like that, measure twice and cut once as I may,
Mhm.
something's going to be a little off. Like the LED will be angled slightly to
Yeah.
the left or something. I can
2
never
degrees off.
perfectly straight on. He nailed it. And then he was
did.
doing stuff just for the cosmetics of it. He said, I've got to adjust the voltage for the brightness on the 6 different
Mhm.
power converters that are
Right.
coming in to power this thing, because he's powering each segment of this circular thing, each stripe basically, independently. He said, but I don't want to just turn 6 potentiometers. He put gears on the knobs and then put gears on those gears. So he's got this big honking gear on top
It-
that turns
yeah.
all 6 of them at once.
It looks very steampunky, doesn't it?
It does. It's all copper and brass. There's an Arduino inside that's monitoring sensors. So if the circulation on the cooling system goes down, it will cut the voltage right away. So you don't burn out that $1,300 light bulb on the front. So
And don't stand in front of it when you turn it on.
he was lighting matches and setting
Yeah,
paper on
that's
fire.
That's what I'm-
LEDs aren't supposed to be hot, but this thing is just generating so much energy
Yeah.
that the light, the photons are igniting whatever is in front of it. It was nuts.
I saw another video, I think related to this, and the guy he was working on it was like a incandescent light, but it wasn't like a one you'd have in your house. It was a large tube and it was standing up, and he was talking about why it's important to have these, because there's lots of use cases for study and everything. Anyway, he had turned it on later in the video, and of course the video immediately turned white, and you could kind of see him moving around a little bit in the room while he was trying to read the meters and stuff. But it was like it's like somebody turned the sun on in his room.
This is like the exact opposite of a video I was watching yesterday, where the
Mhm.
guy was saying, "Remember overhead projectors?" Like, yeah, we all remember the acetate film, and you
Yeah.
put them down there. He said there was a time in the late '80s, early '90s, where certain companies like InFocus came out with LCD panels that you laid on top of the overlay projector. You didn't have a separate projector that
Mhm.
hooked in. Do you remember those? I almost forgot all about these until he opened up some of the boxes and I go,
I don't
"Oh, holy crap, we had one of those."
I don't think I saw any would you say LED or LCD kinda
It's like this
overlay?
thick panel, almost the size of a laptop, but it's got
Yeah.
like either a 640 by 480 or an 800 display that you can see through, sort of.
No,
And he's got this
we just
overhead projector cranked up, and he lays this thing on top, and he
Yeah.
turns off all the lights, and you can still barely see it on the wall. He's like,
Yeah.
"This is really hard to film. I didn't wanna
Yeah.
make this video because it's hard to film."
No, we just used cellophane and dry erase markers back in the day as
Well,
as
in
high
school, yes, but when we started getting into corporate world, they didn't
Oh,
have projectors, so you
yeah.
used the overhead projectors, and then you laid this
Yeah,
panel
right.
on top of it and hooked in your CGA or your EGA or whatever it was. There was one that was VGA too.
I never saw that. I have to go, look at it
It's
on YouTube.
crazy. I'll send you a link. I'll send
Okay.
you a link. It was really fun. I don't know. It's not one of my regular channels. It just kind of came up in my feed and went, "You like old computer stuff, right? Try this."
Oh, by the way, Mike Robertson says pole shifted. I think maybe he's referring to the heat on the
On the
poles like you were talking
South
about.
Pole.
Yeah.
I don't think the Earth was ever tilted more than about 25 degrees.
Yeah, I don't think it goes that far. If it did, I think we would have some problems.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump into shout out to the chat room. Mike, hi. There, done.
Right.
There's several other people that are viewing along. Nobody's made a comment, but we wish you all the best and thank you for joining us. If you want to if you want to get a shout out, go ahead and put your name in there, a comment saying where you're from, etc. And you want to join us on Sunday nights? We're here at 8:30 Eastern time, even after everybody changed their clocks.
Oop, let me put that back up. Yep.
Still here. Join us live Sundays at 8:30 Eastern.
Hey, don't blame me. Blame Ben Franklin.
He didn't make it a law.
No, but I think I didn't read the whole thing, so it could be made up, but I think he was joking about something about doing the time shift, and somebody went, "Hey, that's not a bad idea," and they ran with it. It's like, think of all the stupid jokes we've made on this show, and if somebody ran with them.
Yikes. Well, we already have people in office making stupid jokes and running with them, so we won't get political on this. We're going to jump into the Remember When segment. How's that for a
All right.
very weak transition? So we want to know, is cursive still taught in schools? And if so, why?
So this is kind of a follow-up because we talked about this
We
other
have
week.
talked about this a number of times.
Mhm.
So a USA article explores a significant, quote, cursive comeback currently sweeping through American classrooms. While the 2010 Common Core standards omitted cursive in favoring of keyboarding, a major reversal is underway. And as of early 2026, more than 25 states, including California, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey, now mandate cursive instruction in elementary schools. And advocates point out there are several benefits, including cognitive development. Research suggests cursive stimulates brain regions linked to memory, language, and thinking. I can buy that.
Yeah.
It helps students develop fine motor skills, craft legal signatures, and read historic primary sources. Nothing wrong with a good signature, folks. Work on it.
That is something I didn't consider before. We were joking around about it. Why don't they
Oh, I did.
do that anymore? I didn't think about the skill of being able to read historic documents and
You want
whatnot.
people to read the Constitution?
I was just
Hmm,
hey.
maybe I figured something
Look.
else out.
But let's be honest, nobody reads anything nowadays.
The Constitution won't be around for long. Oh, boom.
No.
We're getting a little deep. We're up to the knees now. Literacy. Some studies indicate that the continuous motion of cursive improves writing speed and reading comprehension compared to printing. I would say that my writing speed massacred my printing, but anyway,
Yeah. Well,
ran
yeah.
into each other.
I will say this. I think my keyboarding skills has massacred my writing altogether.
Yeah.
I don't think I, because I, you know, you go through all of school, through high school, and a lot of our corporate experience over the years, you know, through our careers, it's been a lot of writing. And then of course, when keyboards and stuff, we started doing internet a lot more and programming it. I think it's impacted my handwriting.
I've actually gotten better at handwriting in the last 5 or so years, primarily since getting the Remarkable, because it's
Yes.
forced
Yeah.
me to slow down and try and be more legible.
Hmm.
Because if I just jot down notes, I'm like, I can't read that.
What am I, a
find
doctor?
I find notes from about 15, 20 years ago and what was I was I having a seizure when I wrote this? And a lot of that is college because I had to take notes very, very quickly.
Hmm.
Thank you to a certain abstract algebra professor who was writing faster than humans can speak.
Oh yeah,
And
that's rare.
we'd have to take notes, and you're right, without even thinking about it. And letters blend together, which kind of implies some cursive in there. But recently, I've started slowing it down, and said, in fact, I had a couple of pages that were nothing but here's the letter A 100 times until I
Yeah.
get it to look like an A that I want.
Hmm.
My N's and U's look pretty much the same. It's just, just 3 lines that are squiggled. Good. If I don't slow that down, I'm
Yeah.
never gonna be able to tell what this word says.
I did that on my books tablet too. I started a notebook and I was like, yeah, doing that same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Trying to work on my
I feel like a first
yeah.
grader again, but
Yeah,
hey, nothing
yeah.
wrong with going back to fundamentals.
Oh, hey Gary, my old buddy Rocky. Hey Rocky, I hope you're doing good.
Hey, Rocky,
Hope
watch
you're
me
doing
pull a
well.
rabbit out of my hat.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's never heard that before.
Oh, no. No, he's never heard that before. Probably from me, to be honest with you.
I got that from Craig. It's his fault.
Yeah. Hey, Rocky. Oh,
All right. So that is what's up with cursive. There are still many proponents for it.
Mhm.
Despite pushback from some educators who argue that curriculum time is better spent on digital literacy, the trend shows a bipartisan shift toward valuing handwriting as a foundational tool for brain health and historical connection.
Well, I do.
You gotta have some handwriting skills. There's something
Yeah.
inherent with being human and writing and crafting. It, it, it's not, what else are you gonna pick up a pen for? Drawing a picture?
Well, let's put it. I'll also say this. I know it sounds very boomery, but at the same time, if you type everything and say for some reason your computer dies, the internet goes away for some reason, your handwriting notes will still be around because they don't rely on the internet,
right.
but your typing and everything relies on the computer. So,
Yeah.
So back up. Let that be a lesson, you kids. Back up your stuff.
I find it curious to look at cursive, and for the most part, you can figure out how letters went from a print style to a cursive style. Like
Mhm.
a C looks pretty much the same in both. A D looks pretty much the same in both.
D's
The
and
weird
all
ones
that, yeah.
start to get like the Z or the
Yeah.
Z, if
The
you wish.
lowercase c. Yeah, especially
It
lowercase c.
dips below the line. Going what? And what
That-
happened to capital I? I mean, it's like this backwards chair thing. Going,
Oh
what?
yeah, backwards chair thing.
How did that happen?
Oh look, it's our cruise daughter. Hi.
Kristen,
Yeah.
good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Our cruise daughter. I said when her mom is around, I said we have to refer to her as her biological mother.
Yeah. That's right.
All right. Quick story. We did the Hacks and Stray Stories. We did the Remember When. That brings us down to the patrons. Whoop! Here we go. Where's the music? There it is.
I hear it.
I hear it. Thank you to our patrons. At the commander level, we have Avner Braverman, Mark Kilfoyle, Steve London, Chris Martinez, Gary Lindros, Jason Pollard, and Sarah Rose. Thank you very much. That's that t-shirt level we mentioned earlier. Designs are in the work. I'm proud of that for having that done in February for once.
Yeah. We'll
At
come
the
up with another idea probably and start working on that one.
Lieutenant level, we'll put them in the backlog so we don't have to work so hard next year. At the lieutenant level, Kyle Nishioka, Ben Vaughn, John Noble, John Clifford, Denise Inglis, Steve Cody, Tim Cook, and Steve Webb. Then, of course, we get to our ensign level, which we also appreciate very much. Alexis Duran, Amber Elstad, Amy Bowen, Brad Miller, Brian Brown, Chris MC, Dandy Mancoyer, Dean Jensen, Jorgen Schrauen, Crazy Joe, Mike Wills, Leon M., Saturday Morning Media, Steve Weshy, Steve Therian, and Sylvain Risico. Thank you very much to everybody for your support. If you want to be part of this gang and get your annual postcard and at the t-shirt level or whatever else is in there, you go over to chuckchat.com/Patreon and it'll tell you everything that's available to you. Now, Patreon is again flexing their muscle, saying Apple is making us go to a monthly subscription. We are behind the scenes talking about what to do about that because this show, as you know, is unpredictable in its schedule. We might have 5 episodes in a month. We might have 0 episodes in a month. We might have 1, 2, or 3. You get the idea. Craig and I have other jobs. We have vacations already booked. We've got stuff.
Wait, we have other jobs?
Yes. We volunteer at church.
Okay.
I didn't say these were all paying jobs.
Yeah.
So there are reasons, and we don't think it's fair to charge a monthly fee. Let's say, you know, we have a $10 a month level. You go, woohoo, I made out like a bandit because I was at the $5 level before, and now I don't have to pay for 5 shows. On the other hand, if we don't produce anything, you're still paying. And I don't think that's quite right. So
Yeah.
I have left them feedback. They sent me a survey. It wasn't for this, but I put it in the survey anyway. So, I said, that ain't right.
You should. Yeah.
And we are looking at alternatives that will make this a much more fair payment schedule for you and for us.
Yeah, we'll do like a tax season thing where you submit
You get a
form.
rebate at the
You
end.
get a rebate.
You paid us $120 this year.
Here's your $2 back.
You know, Craig, that ain't a half bad idea. If it's a rebate, it might. What if they owe us money?
Well, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'll work.
Here's how many we planned to deliver. This is what you
At the end of the year, we drop like 20 in a week.
We actually used up all the music on that segment.
Yeah. All right. I think we beat that one to death.
Yeah, but we had fun with it.
Yeah.
All right. chuckchat.com/Patreon. Now, let's find out what we've been consuming lately. This is the part of the show we call Pass Me the Remote. And I have a remote. Whoop. Over to Craig. But I'm going to go first anyway.
Okay.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
I had a couple of things that kept me, I'll just say, horizontal for a few days. So I watched a lot of stuff. One of them was Agatha Christie's 7 Dials. Most of these are on Netflix. So I'm just, in fact, all of them in my list are on Netflix. So I won't even repeat that over and over and over again. It is a story based in the 1920s, a murder mystery where this young lady's soon-to-be fiance, he makes an implication that he's going to propose to her. He gets killed.
Oh, wait.
His
saw
friend
this
gets
too.
killed.
This
was it was like 3 episodes, 3 or 4 episodes, very short, and kept me going. She turns into be very, very inquisitive. She comes across this society called the 7 Dials, even though everybody says stay away from the 7 Dials. Martin Freeman is in there.
There's a big difference between Martin and Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, they're brothers. No one that.
They're twins.
So wonderful show. I was kind of looking at it going, mystery show. Donna and I might like that. And we did. I think we did it in 1 or 2 sittings. I forgot it, but it was pretty darn good.
Yeah, Kim and I watched that one as well, and I forgot we watched that. It was pretty good.
Next one's a short on Netflix. I haven't seen too many shorts, and when I say short, this is 18 minutes, called The Singers.
Wow. All right.
It takes place in this bar, and it looks like this blue-collar bar. The guys are hunched over, and the air is smoky, and the bartender says, see all those dollar bills on the ceiling? You know how you go to some bars, and there's like dollars nailed or stapled to the ceiling? He goes, up there is a $100 bill. I will give you $100 if you're the best singer in here. And there's like 10 guys in the bar, and they start singing, and then one plays the piano. It is really enjoyable. I think it was an award-winning short format film,
Hmm.
but I enjoyed this. It took a while to get going. It was like 4 or 5 minutes into this 18-minute thing going, is anybody going to sing? It's called The Singers.
Right.
But it lit up, and it has a bang of a closer. It is just
Okay.
awesome.
But don't spoil it. I'll
No,
probably
I
check that
won't.
out.
I won't. Next one's called Death by Lightning.
Hmm.
Again, scrolling through my docu-series. This one is about James Garfield, President
Oh,
James
yes.
Garfield, and Charles Guiteau. Now, Garfield was shot by Guiteau. So this is what leads up to it. And Garfield, he lives in Ohio. He goes to Chicago for the Republican National Convention. He's pitching for, I forgot who it is. And when they start counting the nominations among the states, one guy jumps up and goes, they're counting the seats. They go 22 for Grant and 6 for this other guy and 1 for Garfield. And Garfield goes, I'm not running. I'm not a candidate. And somehow in the course of, I don't know how long it took, a day, a week, whatever it was, he completely flips it and he becomes the presidential nominee, even though he's got to go
wasn't
home and
seeking
tell his
office.
wife, because he already promised his wife, he said, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Right.
He gets nominated, and then of course he gets elected. And Guiteau is I wouldn't say a grifter, but he's kind of a suave guy who can talk his way out of most things.
Okay.
But he never seems to land a decent job. Well, he gets in with this as a political volunteer, and he considers himself to be a friend of Grant, not Grant, but Garfield, and his vice president. It wasn't Cleveland. Darn it. It's on the tip of my tongue. But he became the next president, of course, because he shoots Garfield because he feels snubbed by the whole political system. This guy is
Oh.
like mentally unhinged, but he's a pretty good sociopath.
Chester Arthur.
I-
Chester
Yes,
Arthur.
Chester Arthur. And Chester Arthur in the beginning is not a nice guy. He runs the docks in New York, and
Mhm.
he's skimming off the top. But when Garfield gets shot and killed, he turns his life around and becomes a pretty decent president. So it was fun. I don't know how much of this is fact, how much is fiction, but it was a fun watch. Death by Lightning.
Okay.
Also on the presidential list, LBJ, played by Woody Harrelson.
Oh.
Didn't see
Really?
that coming. In fact, he does such a good job, I had to look it up. And it's occasionally when he smiled, they're like, oh, there's Woody's smile.
Yeah.
Wonderful job about they kind of cut back and forth from the Dallas shooting on 11/22/63 to before, and then few years before, and his interactions with Bobby, and then after. It was really interestingly done. So if you like these kind of docuseries like I do,
Mhm.
very good. I went back and watched Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, because who doesn't like a good Mission Impossible
That's
film?
the second to the last one, isn't it?
I think
Or is
so.
that
This
the
is
last?
part 1 of 2. Long
Yeah.
film. They did a great job. I'm hanging on to it. This is really well done. I'm just gonna rank it right up there with, if you like Mission Impossible films, go watch this one. You'll enjoy
Hey,
it.
Well, the last one is on Paramount, so you can. I know you subscribe to Paramount.
Oh,
So
is part 2 on Paramount already? I didn't think it was out yet.
yeah, it's been on there for a little bit.
Oh,
now.
okay. Okay. Next one, Dinosaurs. Not the old show from the
So it's
80s.
the cartoon.
No, not the puppet animatronic one. This is like a Planet Earth kind of thing.
Mhm.
This one's narrated by Morgan Freeman, which is why he was on my mind earlier.
I see.
So if you like these Planet Earth, great CGI, great puppetry, great imagery, lots of new dinosaurs I hadn't talked about or heard of. They start out in just prior to the Triassic, and then they go to the Triassic, then the Jurassic, then the Cretaceous, and then the big boom. And then kind of what happened afterwards, going, hey, you see those birds over there? Yeah, they're actually dinosaurs. So it was really well done. In some parts, it was so well done. I felt emotions for like, oh, the brontosaurs died.
Aw.
Getting misty for the dinosaurs. Like, well, I'm glad they didn't win. But
It's like
anyway,
you've never seen one, like a dog or something, you know, and you have an empathy for it.
but it no pun intended, but it made an impact. Okay, there was a
Poor
pun.
choice of words.
Yeah,
Too soon, man. Too soon.
66 million years too soon. When did we switch from 65 million to 66 million? Did we like turn over at the new year? You go, oh, it's another year. Click, the odometer rolled over.
Oh, we were off by a million.
It was 65,999,999 years,
Yeah.
300, and then we just rolled over the odometer in
It's the
2026.
it's the dinosaur New Year.
I'll be sure to celebrate it next time I see a T-Rex. And then I went into I don't know where this recommendation came from, but I am now going to watch every one of these films in order. I went back and watched Dr. No from 1962. Man, this is like begging for Mystery Science Theater. It is. You can see the origins of what became, classic things like Bond, James Bond, when he says his name, or he wants his martinis shaken, not stirred.
Right.
These elements are in there, but there are other things that just like, wow, this guy is a square. He's
Square.
It takes place in Jamaica, and in many places, they really must have paid a lot for that theme song because they're playing it over the speaking.
Oh, yeah.
Say you can't understand what they're saying because the audio is mixed very poorly.
Oh yeah.
And
I tell
of
you what,
course,
hey,
the special effects are what they were in 62. So I'm not going to bag on those, but they're not that
No.
good.
Well, also I don't really like to apply modern sensibilities to older movies because it was a different time.
Yeah.
When they were made, but it's very much misogynistic. The way he treats women.
Oh,
and stuff.
yes. Yes.
It's like, oh, that wouldn't fly today.
No, even you go back to the 80s James Bond and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I was looking at the Wikipedia page for all of these and I said, how much did this cost? And it was something like 1.1 million. Adjusted for inflation, it's like 11 million. And then you look at what it costs to do the last Daniel Craig movie, and it was like 300 million.
Oh yeah.
Wait, adjusted for inflation, the new movies are like 30 times more expensive.
Well, now everybody needs healthcare, and then you got unions and everything else. Yeah, and the special effects are special now, as opposed to then.
So I'm going to watch. Dr. No is the first. Had I watched these out of order, I probably wouldn't do this, but now I'm really tempted to go.
That is not the first one.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What do you think it is?
I was trying to think who was playing James Bond before. James Bond actors. So
James Bond films in order of release is what I'm going by.
Okay. Who played James
1962.
Bond in order?
Sean Connery, then George Lazenby in 69.
No. Right. I'm sorry. You know what? I might be mixing this up with Sherlock because a lot of people played Sherlock over the years.
Yeah, slight difference there, Craig.
I know, but it's just I was thinking there was somebody that played Bond before, but it's actually I was thinking of
You thinking Doctor Who?
that too, but yeah.
That franchise is just as old. Yeah. So next up will be From Russia with Love. So I've got about 5 Sean Connerys to go through. Then we get George Lazenby. Then
Are
back
they
to
all on
Sean.
Netflix?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. I know they were all on Prime.
scroll.
They were all on Prime for a little while, so maybe they were making their rounds around.
I had actually forgotten about. I didn't forget, but I was scrolling through there going, I forgot about George Lazenby. I remembered Roger Moore. I remember Timothy Dalton. I remembered Pierce Brosnan, and then of course we had Daniel Craig, who's been there for like 20 years now. It's incredible. There's a nagging question that says, are they done or are they planning for another?
Oh no, they're not done because
Who's
Amazon owns MGM now.
Daniel Craig is out. He said, I'm done.
Yeah, no, he's out, but
a new one. I hope they pick somebody young so they can do this for a while.
You know what was interesting is I wouldn't mind seeing something like this. Pierce Brosnan said he would be interested in coming back as an older retired Bond. And I was like, oh, that could be an interesting story to follow up on, but
Didn't they do that with Sean Connery later too?
no, I don't think so.
I thought they brought him back.
No, he's gone, so he's not coming back now.
No, not today, but like back
Feel
in
like-
the 70s or 80s or something. I thought they brought
Weekend
him
at
back.
Bernie's, you know. We can-
Stand up, Q, you're dead.
Hey, they prop him up against the bar, you know. People are like, oh, that's the Bond.
We've had to change Moneypenny's name because of inflation. It's now Money $10.
Money quarter.
Money 100 pounds, but she doesn't like that name. 'cause she's not-
£100.
she's
Money pound. No. Okay.
no, stop. We're getting
I'm not going-
dangerously
I'm not-
close to that ledge.
No, I'm not doing anything.
Your turn. What have you
All
been
right.
watching?
So I'm continuing to watch Doc Martin, which is the English version. There's an American version called Best Medicine. They just started, and so I'm continuing to watch Doc Martin, and it's fun to watch. The weird cast of characters in the small English town, and everybody's quirky. Really enjoying this so far. The American one just started, and it doesn't bother me that much. My mom and Kim love the original Doc Martin. So when I said, hey, let's check this one out, I just realized what it was. And it was the Best Medicine. And Kim was like, oh, I can't stand this. This no. And they were recycling a lot of the same plot lines or stories
Sure.
from the original. So anyway, we didn't really watch that, but Martin Clunas, who plays Doc Martin, was actually his character's father in the new American one. I was like, okay, we've got to watch one episode. So anyway, it's on Pluto. It's on demand, so you can go watch it. I'm deep into season 3 by now, and I started watching today Ted. With the teddy bear.
Oh, sure.
And this is season 2 on Peacock. It's the comedy, not raunchy, but it's not the right word, but it's I think it's hilarious. It's it's Johnny and Ted. They're in high school, or they're in high school, and they smoke weed and stuff like that. But they come up in these weird situations and very adult. So don't watch it with your kids. But just like the movies, I enjoy it. It's funny. So they just did the one episode I just watched. They were playing a Dungeons and Dragons game, and the time frame of the show is in the, I think, early 90s, and they're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and the parents wanted to spend time with their quality time with their kids, so they get involved in the game. And so there's a whole sequence in the show where they're playing the game with dice and the paper and everything, and then they cut away and they're all in costume doing their playing their characters, and the dad's like, am I dead yet? He's ready to get out.
He wants out.
Yeah, he wants out.
Been there. Been
Yeah,
there.
and everybody, it's funny. It is a funny show. So I'm enjoying it. I think they do well with Ted. And it seems like there was something else I watched, but I didn't make a note of it. So that's about all I've really watched the last couple weeks since the cruise.
It's been a week. We got home
Or week,
Friday.
whatever.
It's been like-
Yeah, that's right. It's been a week. Of course, watching Starfleet Academy, which you can hear about our thoughts on that. And
Yep.
the topic is Trek. Oh, I did find something interesting. I saw an article earlier. I shared it with our cruise chat where Robert Picardo, as the Doctor, is a voice you can put on Waze maps.
That reminds me of the old celebrities on your Garmin or TomTom.
Yeah, well, Waze has a bunch of them you can select, and I saw Robert Picardo posted the article, and I was like, "Oh, he's on Waze," and I was like, and sure enough, he is, as it says, it's literally listed as the Doctor. And so I selected it, and I'm gonna try it out later this week, driving around.
Take the
So-
second exit at the roundabout.
I'm curious to hear. I want to hear him telling me how to drive.
Medical studies have shown that car collisions are more.
Yeah. Don't drink and drive.
Welcome to Johnny Cab.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious.
All right. We are done with the regular content. We have one question to leave you with, and we will put this on our Discord and social media. What mundane, everyday task would you most likely solve with a, quote, mad scientist invention?
Mad scientist invention.
Next
All right.
episode is number 800, so make it good. We're going to be recording that 1 week from tonight on March 15th. Hope to see you there. Big event. It's another milestone for us. We did like 100 in the first 20 months, and now we've got...
At our age, every day is a milestone.
That's right. Celebrate the little things.
Yeah, I got up this morning.
I put on my pants.
And they're clean.
It's pudding day.
Uh-oh. Kristen's already got it. So
She already knows what her answer is.
I guess so. Don't spoil it now. You can fill it in when we post it later this week.
It'll be on Facebook in our Technorama podcast page, and it'll be on our Discord server, which you can find. We'll tell you how, because we haven't told you in a while. ChuckChat.com/Discord. Ain't that fancy. So we got /birthday, ChuckChat.com/birthday. If you want to be on the birthday calendar, ChuckChat.com/Discord. If you want to join our conversations over there, ChuckChat.com/Patreon. If you want to be a contributing member and support this show financially, we greatly appreciate that. Am I missing anything? Birthday.
This is how you can call us.
707-530-2428. That's 707-530-CHAT. See, Chuck, chat.
Yeah.
Get it?
We need somebody to test it for us. I'm not sure it's working.
I call
so.
every month to make sure it doesn't die.
I know. See,
Although
the
it's
listeners
terrible.
aren't doing their jobs. Come on,
It's
give us a
Still
call.
terrible at translating. Go, hey, Chuck, or hey, Craig, just doing a test call, and it comes up with like, hey, Greg. Anyway,
Yeah.
give me a binary high five.
All right. 101.
We are done with the audio recording, and now we are going to conclude our video. Until next week, we'll be back, all things permitting. But we're going to jot off. Well, we're going to hit that button that says end stream and record our Patreon show audio exclusively for the patrons. So this is like where the special VIPs get to go into the green room backstage with us and hang out.
Don't tell them all the secrets.
This is one of the benefits.
One of the benefits.
One of the benefits. So until next time, everybody, take care, stay safe, live long and
right.
prosper. Love y'all.
Bye, everybody.